I'm Bear Grylls. I'm going to show you what it takes to get out alive to some of the most dangerous places on Earth.
Today I'll be exploring the Arctic forests and share some tips and techniques to surviving in this environment. Right now we're 500 feet above the forest. From our perspective, the terrain looks beautiful. From down there, it's a total war with nature. That reminds me of a character in a book called Fahrenheit 451 named Montag. When the character saw him from a distance, he appeared just as any normal fireman appeared in society. A person in authority who despised books and knowledge. And, hold on, I have to jump now. Got my parachute ready. But as the readers looked closer into his mind, we saw that he was, quote, not happy. He wore his happiness like a mask. As an individual, Montag was more curious about knowledge, but not show his true feelings. On the other hand, his neighbor Clarice cared for knowledge. As a psychiatrist, wants to know why I go out and hike around in the forest and watch birds and collect butterflies. They both shared the same ideas about society, but Clarice expressed it unlike Montag. The reader realizes the connection between the individual and self-expression from these two characters. 5 minutes have passed, and as I trot across the forest floor, I'm starting to feel hungry. I'm so hungry. Okay, in places like the wilderness, you'll find many creatures and insects that are filled with nutrients. Oh, look at these worms here. That tastes amazing. This other one will probably taste the same. That was rubbish! It's odd how things look the same, but are different in the inside. Just how Montag and Beatty were both firemen, Harrison Bergeron and George both wore handicaps due to their mental and physical abilities. However, we know that George complied with the government's laws. As he said, the minute people start cheating laws, society would fall apart. Harrison, on the other hand, attempted to start a revolution when he announced his plan to overthrow the government on live television. As individuals, they appeared the same, but expressed their opinions differently. Montag and Beatty both appeared the same as well, just as two regular firemen. But Montag cared for knowledge, and Beatty despised it. It's very interesting how individuals can look so similar, yet so different with the ways they express their ideas. Had a little snack now, but I'm starting to feel hungry again. I must hunt for a larger animal to eat this time, or I may not survive. Just as I start my search, I immediately find a family of polar bears. See those cubs there? Right now the mother isn't with them. This is the perfect chance to snatch one. This is an amazing thing to see. To make another comparison, in the Patterson Public Library, Judith Kofa was one of the smart girls in her school and had a passion for books. However, in school she was bullied by the slower students for her smartness, and a girl named Lorraine was the main culprit. Instead of concealing her intelligence, she headed out to her local library, even with the threat of an attack from her school bullies. Just like that polar bear, she risked her safety to express what she felt. Similarly, Montag risked his job and even his life to express his ideas on reading books. And Harrison, from Harrison Bergeron, risked his life as well, attempting to overthrow the government and change society's laws on superior individuals. These characters are all completely individual people with individual personalities, but their actions show that although they are different, they can express themselves the same. The polar bear's defense makes it hard for me to take a cub, but as the ancient natives once said, sleep is the best alternative for hunger when food is scarce. Alright, I finished building my shelter now. And now I'm going to sleep. This forest has tortured me all day. I've been to a lot of forests before, but this one really took me to my limits. I haven't eaten for hours, and my shelter is way too tiny. The forest appears like many others out there, but really has expressed its ferocity today. I learned not to judge things because they look like other things. Individuals can appear the same and express themselves differently, like this forest. And individuals can appear differently but express themselves the same, like Montag, Judith, Cofer, and Harrison Bergeron. But just like those three fighting for their beliefs, I'll try to fight my way to the landing point of our helicopter. Come on! As the sun sets, so does my journey. Tune in next week for another episode of